Welcome back to the Manosphere Paradigm, the channel where we learn to level up in health, wealth, relationships, and hobbies. I'd like you to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as the notification bell so that you can be informed of content that I drop on this channel on a weekly basis. So today I want to extend on a previous video of mine where I talked about how to stop being a nice guy. And the question that I'm asking today is chivalry dead? That's a topic men and women always contest, and there's always this back and forth as to, yes, I still want men to be chivalrous, but we as men, we get told, you know what, I don't need a man, I can open doors for myself. So which is it? So let's get into this video and discuss why I believe personally that chivalry is dead, and I'll give you the reasons why. Let's go. So to answer your question, is chivalry dead? I'll just go off and give it to you straight. Yes, it is dead, and women killed it. Why do I say that? In today's day and age, as a man, when it comes to what is required of you, things hasn't changed much. When it comes to you as a guy, whether you are a man that is 40-year-old, at least a 40-year-old guy, whether you're a 20-year-old guy, 30-year-old guy, 50, 60-year-old, men are still required to be the providers, and they are still required to be the protectors, whether it is in their home. And whenever anything in society is required, men are the first ones that everyone looks to, including women. So when it comes to us as men, we are required to maintain, and we are required to stick to our traditional role as a man, to be the provider, to be respectful, and to be this courteous guy, and just to be this perfect traditional guy, because that is what women require. Now, in the flip side to that, when it comes to women, they are told that you can be what you want. You know what? You don't have to be limited to the constraints of a relationship, to either you want to get married. Now, those decisions, those are all your personal decisions. You can be married, you cannot be married, you can be in a relationship, you cannot be in a relationship, you can say I need a man or I don't need a man. The facts at the end of the day is that women are told you can be anything you want, and you can be this modern woman, and you can live the life that you want to. And that is the dream that's being sold. Unfortunately, when it comes further down the road, they find themselves being caught up where they've between this rock and a hard place. They have for their entire life been telling everyone that I don't need a man, and I can be that girl, I can live the life of wherever I want to be, because that is what they've been sold, and that is what they've been encouraged to do. And I am not saying what I'm saying because I want to limit women. All I'm trying to say is, and I'm trying to explain is, when it comes to the certain freedoms that comes along with it, there is a responsibility that goes along with it. We've all watched the Spider-Man movie where it comes to his aunt or his uncle that tells him that with great power comes great responsibility. So let me go full circle. As men, we are required to stick to our traditional roles, and we need to be that virtuous men that is always the ones that are always respectful, always listen to what the woman wants, and make sure you do those things so that you can be in. But funny enough, the nice guys, they do all of these things, and they believe these are the things that they should do. They should listen to women, they should listen to society, and doing everything that they are told to do, this is going to be the thing that's going to get them in. They're going to ultimately get the woman that they want, they're going to have the life that they want, and they find out, oddly enough, that the world and women are not playing those same rules. They find out the hard way, and this is when they start becoming red pilled and starting to understand that the world operates, everyone is operating on their set of rules, and not everyone is playing by the same rules. And they've all their lives done the good thing of being the nice guy, but they don't understand that being the nice guy has its negative traits, because you are actually someone that is doing something just to get something. You are not genuinely being yourself. You are not confident in who you are. You are just going along to get along, and you are doing things so that you can get out of someone what you want, because you are looking at it from a transactional standpoint. So as men, we need to stop being that nice guy and need to understand that we are being told something by society. And a lot of times as a guy, you've obviously, as you've in your 20s, 30s, I am now what am I now? I'm 41, I'm going on 42. And there's some things that I've learned when it comes to my relationships that I've had in the past, when it comes to my wife, when it comes to a lot of things that I've become aware of over the years, is you tend to stop listening to what a woman say, and you tend to start looking at what they do. If they tell you, I want a sensitive guy, I want a guy that can listen to me, he is all that does everything for me, and you know what, he's just this great guy, you oddly find out that that's the guy that they're not attracted to, and that's not the guy that they go for. Sometimes they go for the guy that's a bit more exciting, that's a bit more unpredictable, that's gonna bring something that they are looking for into their life, and they will say what they say because they cannot give their game away, and they believe they feel that they need to stay politically correct so that they are not judged. So you as a guy need to understand these realities and these truths of life, and you need to understand how to adapt. I always say adapt or die, whether it is in relationships, whether it is in your work relationship, when it comes to business, adapt. If you see something is happening and you are saying, I have calculated, but at the end of the day, I was told that this is what I need to do, but I'm finding out there's something else. That's why I always say, you know what, I say now, and I've learned a saying that says that I might, what was it? I might be wrong, but I am, what the hell was it? Wait. There we go. Damn, that was a long train of thought. I might be wrong, but I'm always right. It makes no sense whatsoever. But it's something that just stuck with me, where I might be wrong, where I have a blind spot of not having maybe all the information. But when I say what I say and I come across saying what I'm saying, I'm going to be as confident, because that is what I believe in that moment, and that is what my what the information that I have with myself, the way I'm reasoning and the way I'm bringing across that point, I'm going to be right in that moment, and I'm not going to be wrong. Now, if you give me something else or some more information that's going to inform me better, then I'm obviously going to reconsider that, because just being completely cut off and I'm right no matter what, that's stupid. So what I want to say to you is that nice guy mentality, you need to understand that the world and everyone else is not playing by the same rules, and you need to understand what those realities in life are so that you can start making better decisions and learning how to maneuver better. So when it comes back to chivalry, you get told by a woman, you know what, I want a sensitive guy, I want all of these beautiful emotional things that we are told in society now, that this toxic masculinity that they always refer to, and I say that as a whole load of crap, because in my opinion, masculinity has become this thing that is outlawed, because society as a whole is telling men that you need to tone down your masculinity, you need to tone down your testosterone, you need to stop going for the things that you want, you need to listen to society and follow everyone else. And that is something that men don't do. We as men, we are ones that we trailblaze, we push through our path in the things that we want to do. Now sometimes we are caught in a certain situation in our life where we might not be where we want to be, but we still have that intrinsic drive, and it depends how much you are gonna give that internal, that voice that's inside of you, it's telling you to push yourself harder, go for what you want. You know what, you might not get there, but at least you're pushing towards something other than just giving up. So when it comes to that internal voice, we as men, we have this thing of where we want to go for more, we know we want to push for more, but society tells us to suppress that. Get in touch with our feminine side, cry when we need to cry. Now I'm not saying that we are robots and we are not emotional. Yes, you can be vulnerable, but you need to be selective when it comes to who you share that vulnerability with and how much that you allow to come out. I am a Christian, and the word says one of the fruits of the Spirit is self-control. So we as men need to practice that when it comes to just basically conducting ourselves and knowing our place in society and conducting ourselves as men. So this thing of toxic masculinity was created to basically shame us into being the subservient men to society and do what everyone else does around you, especially women. So if you are a man that are leading your family, or you're a single guy, whoever you are, I'm going to encourage you to stop being the nice guy and not to try and fit in. Always blaze your own path and don't take other people's nonsense, because people's gonna put you in their box and what they expect you to achieve. Your expectation and what you want to achieve might be beyond that, but they're going to box you in, and you need to constantly fight against that boxing in and that thing of them just having that limitation over you. You need to push and always go beyond that. So when it comes to chivalry, understand it's dead. Women killed it. They wanted to be independent. They wanted to be the ones that have all the options, and they want to be in control. Now you can say, go for it. I don't have a problem with it, but you don't have to deal with it. You don't. Society have told you that you need to deal with it, and if you want a woman, or if you want to be successful with them, then you need to give them what they want constantly, and you always need to conform so that you make her happy. What is that? Happy wife, happy life. I believe in happy spouse, happy house. That is my motto. I believe in, because both parties need to be happy, and sometimes happiness is not part of the equation. Duty is, if you're married, sometimes you have to look past happiness, and I always want to have what I want and be this happy and fulfilled person, and you need to look past that, and you need to look at the important thing of duty as well, because that it also forms part of a relationship and a marriage, that you have the duty that you have for the promises that you made. These are the things that, basically makes you think about the world different, because we are conditioned into being the chivalrous guy. I had a conversation the last time, if you've checked out the other video, where I had the panel and we had this discussion about flowers and chocolates, and we mentioned that flowers and chocolates in the context of relationship, you can buy flowers, you can buy chocolates, that's fine. It needs to be also measured as to when you do it. And it also shouldn't be you did this, now you get this. No, sometimes it need to be, you can see your woman she's doing her best, and she's going above and beyond. And you know what, pick out that pair of shoes for you. You know what, take that bag that you always wanted, take this, take that. It's not you did this, now you get this. It needs to be spontaneous, but it can't be just everything that you need to get out of the dog box, then you just want to buy gifts. No, you need to first maintain your frame, be the man that you are, and she needs to come in and basically follow your lead, because you are the one that is you need to basically polarize the relationship and set the frame from the beginning. Now, if you are a guy that says, I don't believe in this crap, you know what, you're talking nonsense, I believe a relationship is 50-50. My response to that is, if you want to use the new modern way of thinking and say that we all need to conform to this new way. Surely, if the new way was working, we should be seeing results that reflect that. Now, if you look at the current marriage rates, the current divorce rates, marriages are going down, divorces going up. So in my opinion, that whole new approach of things is not working, and the numbers reflect that. So I'm not saying let's go back to this barefoot, woman being barefoot in the kitchen type of mentality, and being this guy that is just wanting to go back to the old way of things. No, I'm telling men, you need to adapt, you need to you need to strategize and operate within what the market is requiring, and you need to sift through all the bull crap of what you're being told, and also then look with your mind's eye to see and understand certain trends. That is a good thing that we as men are very good at, and we need to stay on top of trends, whether it comes to what's happening in the country. It's the elections that's coming up here in South Africa. You need to, as a man, stay on top of things that's happening in your area where you're living, crime statistics, know what type of robberies, if there's robberies, if there is break-ins. You need to, whatever crime statistics in your area, be aware of it, what's happening in the neighborhood, know these things, because you are living in that environment. You need to know you need to be on top of things so that you can always be prepared as a man. So as a man, I would say, when it comes to the old school traditional requirements for a man to be the provider, the protector, and to be that strong masculine presence in the home for his wife, his family, that is something I advocate for. Now, if you feel I don't want to do that, then you are then the equivalent of a modern woman that wants to abscond all the traditional roles and want to do what they want to do. Unfortunately, that also allows for a whole lot of chaos that doesn't have any type of structure. And when it comes to getting some things done in life, you need to get some structure in your life. You're not going to be able to get things done if you're just going to do what you want to do, when you want to do it, when you feel like doing it. You need to sometimes go beyond past motivation and do certain things and execute, because that is what you've set out. You've put plans in place and you're sticking to those things, and you are basically being structured in that way. That is why we, as a man, that is what we bring to the table. Now, if you find a woman that is enjoying and wanting that chivalrous treatment, and she's actually complimenting you, and she's being more feminine when you're around her, and she's giving you that feminine vibe, you also need to understand sometimes it's also maybe an act that just to get you roped in, and maybe you'll get the bait and switch a couple of 2 months, 3 months down the line. That's why you basically do they have the interaction and you set the frame. She buys into that, you guys do your thing, and you see a couple of months, 6 months down the line where you guys are, and you basically then can see that you can't fake things for 6 months to a year. You know, maybe there's some talented people out there, but as a man, you need to understand there's a requirement on us to perform. There's a burden of performance on us. However, females and women are not given that burden by today's society. They are told you can be a modern woman, go off to your career and worry about family, worry about getting a man further down the line. Unfortunately, they wake up at 35 to 40 wanting that man, but then they are not able to give the man what they want when it comes to children, and being cooperative, submissive, and feminine, because they are so stuck in their ways by that age. These are all just common sense that I'm talking. I'm not talking from a level of this is the way. All I'm saying is this is my observation, and I'm telling you that as a man, if you're going to fall for I'm going to buy the chocolates, let me get her this, let me get her that, so I'll show her that I'm this romantic guy, you, my friend, are gonna get friend zoned. And don't come back to this channel and tell me, you know what, I got friend zoned, what is the next steps? No, I told you, stop being a nice guy, be in your masculine frame, get focused on your career, on your purpose, get focused on your fitness, get focused on getting your money right, and get focused on being able to plot things and focusing on what you want to do. She will fall and come as a complement to that, because that is what women want to do. They want to see you doing your thing. They don't want to be your be all and end all. They want you to be on your purpose, and you obviously, when you have time, you will make time for her, and you'll give her the time and attention and energy so that you can then invest in her as well. But then if it comes back time for your purpose, I need to go and move on and go back to your purpose. That is what we as men need to do. We are being taught as guys in today's day and age. The new men, in my opinion, the new men or the modern men are the weak men. And the weak men, unfortunately, are not the ones that's going to carry the society to the next level or to the future, because at the end of the day, they're going to give up their power as men, and they're going to be subservient and operate in that happy life mentality, which they were never created to operate in the first place. So all I'm saying is, when it comes to chivalry, he's a man, you need to understand it is dead. Woman killed it, and you need to understand there's certain things that you need to note and so pick up and feed off from the woman that you're interested in. If she is not giving you the time of day, or if she's saying, you know what, I'll make her, if she's flaking on your dates, you cut it off and you move on. Maybe she was no. You cut off and you move on, because today's women have so much options. They've got IG, Facebook, all these wonderful things, and stop feeling special. You need to understand you are just another guy, and if you're going to be the one that likes each and every photo, you're just going to be one of the guys that's the fans and is considered as a fan, and she's the celebrity. You need to stand out from the rest. You don't like anything. Why? Because you don't have time for that. You are out there, you are in the gym, you are on your purpose, you're doing what you need to do to get your life together and go after the things you want. You're not putting the woman as your number one be all end all and on a pedestal. That is what you need to understand. That is where we come from with this RP mentality and RP awareness, so that you understand that you as a man, you need to be on your purpose, and what's going to happen is those around you, the woman will see, and the one that's interested will start sending you choosing signals. How do you know? They'll come. You don't care. Why? Because you're on your purpose. You're busy with what you need to do. It's just going to be that order, and if you are honestly and genuinely on your purpose, they are going to flock. Not in the type of numbers that you believe, you know, this is what I deserve because I've been on my purpose. No, you are just going to start seeing, hey there, what you up to, and it's up to you to start picking and choosing, because you then have the options. And that is what I encourage you as guys to have options, not to just have one-nighters and be this guy that is always just fixated on one person, but that you are also just making sure that as you are out there, understanding that being chivalrous will put you into the friend zone, because that is not what some female ladies may like that, but they are very few and far between. They are the exception, they are not the rule. And that is what I want to talk to you about today. You need to understand chivalry was killed, and you as a man need to adapt to today's market to be able to operate the best way you can and get to what you want, because it's all about where you're going, and your woman will come on board and she will compliment you, not the other way around. The other way around is going to get you friend zone, it's going to get you used. Maybe you'll be in a relationship, you're not going to get the type of intimacy that you desire because it's lackluster. You're not going to get the type of enthusiasm that goes along with it. So you need to understand you can simp, but the simping is only going to get you some level of result to be used, and you can't blame anyone but yourself. So it's a long one. I went through it, but it's just a whole lot of things that's running through my mind, the type of content and the type of things that I'm exposing myself to, and just learning and listening, and to be able to bring things across to you guys so that you can understand that, you know what, the Matrix, the movie is coming. Matrix, what is it, 3, 4, whatever, it's coming, where we need to start unplugging as men, unplug from the matrix, unplug from the school of mind of what society tells you, and you need to do more research, learn more, and you will start seeing the patterns when it comes to life, when it comes to how to get to success, success leaves clues. You start seeing the patterns that you need to put in the work for to be able to get the result. So yeah, that was another video from the Manosphere Paradigm. It's a long one, but I wanted to just give you that insight so that you guys can understand when it comes to chivalry. If you are a guy that you know what, that's the way I operate, and then you start also weighing and seeing that the results I've been getting is not matching up. I'm being this nice guy, I'm being this guy that women want, they say they want, but I'm not getting the results. It's time for you to pivot, and you start for you to face the truth that chivalry is dead. You need to be on your purpose, and you're the woman that that will see how you on your purpose will start realizing, you know what, I need to give this one a DM, whatever the case might be, or however they're going to send that choosing signal to you. You're going to then pick it up and like, oh okay, hey, what you doing, let's go out, let's do this, the other, done. So it's up to you. If you want to take it, I can lead you to the water. If you're telling me, you know what, I'm going to continue with chivalry, I'm going to be chivalrous, I'm going to open doors and all of that, that's the guy I am, go for it. If you're seeing that you're not getting the results and it's not panning out the way you think it should be, you need to maybe start focusing on putting the work in and being a better version of yourself, so that you can basically start getting the results and start seeing, you know what, oh, I actually have options. When you get in shape, you feel better, you feel confident. When you get your money up as a man, you're going to be feeling obviously more confident, because it's not the money that makes you, but the fact that you have options and have freedom to be able to go on a holiday, buy this, do this. That brings confidence on its own, and you're not going to be dealing with a whole lot of low value. That is not gonna be what you want in your life. So click the like button, click the subscribe button, and click the notification bell, so that you guys can be informed as I drop content on this channel on a weekly basis. I'm out.